We're
Hey,
here. We're here.
hold on.
Just hold on. We're not in our home, so we're kind of moving around a little bit. So that said, hi, I'm Christy.
Most of you know my beautiful
But you know,
Christy.
you know my beautiful husband, Brad. But just so you know, there may be cats in this video. This might be our first cat video because there will be cats. And they're not in our home, so we're kind of. And there may be other people that wander through every now and then.
It's entirely possible that other people will.
Really possible. So, hey, come over and me. There we go. Yes. Move over. Move over.
Scoot over.
Room, Brad.
Yeah,
Make room. Good, Brad. All right. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much for joining us. Still trying to set up. You know, in my office, I have I have two monitors, so I can see everything. So I'm trying to do everything on the laptop.
So this is, you know, not just his walking through the park where he knows what he's doing.
Someone said there's no sound.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up. If,
no sound. Can't hear us.
It looks like other people seem to be able to hear us.
Okay, so can you hear us? Somebody tell us. Can you hear us? Good morning and thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Seeing all of those. Whoa.
That's gonna be a text from someone saying, "Hey, yes, we can hear you."
Okay.
I can hear you. Okay, thank you. Okay, great.
Okay.
Good. Okay, thank you. Awesome. Then happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for joining us. It just hit me the other day. It's like, you know, especially I've been listening to Dr. Gabor Mate's new book, The Myth of Normal, and talking about one of the stresses. I mean, the book just lays out the case for why tapping is so beneficial, because stress is a real problem and tapping is a real solution to stress. But he's talking about the stress of loneliness, and I thought about all the folks who may not have anybody to be with during the holidays. I thought, well, we can be together virtually, and I love doing these lives, even though I can only see the comments. I can still feel the energy of everyone coming together.
Yeah, it's really cool. Just seeing everybody kind of just weigh in and tap in the chat and everything. It's really cool. You kind of know, oh, people are here. So that's really great. Nice to be here.
So, and happy to be here with the person for whom I am most grateful.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm most grateful for you too. I shouldn't say I think.
Now you have to say.
Yeah, I am.
Anyhow, and I am also extremely grateful for all of you, who support my work, who share my work with others, who use this tapping to tap into the best version of yourself, because not only is that great for you, it benefits the world, and the world can really use that. So thank you for doing that.
Excellent.
But it's a Tappy Thanksgiving, so we're gonna do some tapping. So let's go ahead and start by closing our eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. Just following your breath through your bodies to allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. And allow yourself to be aware of whatever level of gratitude you might be feeling on this Thanksgiving Day. And don't judge yourself harshly if the number is low. I know that there's all of these messages about you need to be grateful, you need to do your gratitude list, and gratitude then becomes this obligatory thing.
Should.
Yeah. And
you might be having some mixed feelings because it's Thanksgiving and you might be struggling with a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. You may I'm just jumping in here. You may be experiencing some loss. It could be loss of someone who passed away. It could be your own loss, a relationship, a job,
or
lot of
awareness
things.
of loss in other places. So
so it may
just
be
allowing
hard.
yourself to be
Yeah.
aware of that stuff that might
Yeah.
limit that number, what might keep it from being at a 10 today, not judging it, just getting curious about those things that that might make it seem difficult to feel grateful. Noticing where you feel it in your body, notice how strong that discomfort might be. Notice what thoughts, beliefs, or memories might contribute to that. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes. Even though there's stuff that limits my gratitude,
Even though there's stuff that limits my gratitude,
I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to love and accept myself.
Even though there's stuff that limits my gratitude,
Even though there's stuff that limits my gratitude,
I choose to love and honor myself.
I choose to love and honor myself.
Even though there's stuff that limits my gratitude,
Even though there's stuff that limits my gratitude,
I know I should feel grateful.
I know I should feel grateful.
I'm supposed to feel grateful.
I'm supposed to feel grateful.
It's so important to manifesting.
It's so important for manifesting.
And it's frustrating when I can't seem to get there.
And it's frustrating when I can't seem to get there.
Because there's all these different reasons.
Because there's all these different reasons
Why I couldn't or shouldn't feel more gratitude.
Why I couldn't or shouldn't feel more gratitude.
And even though there's stuff that limits my gratitude,
And even though there's stuff that limits my gratitude,
I choose to deeply and completely
I choose to deeply and completely
love, honor, and accept myself.
love, honor, and accept myself.
And maybe anyone else who might contribute to this.
And maybe anyone else who might contribute to this.
All these limits to my gratitude.
All these limits to my gratitude.
All this stuff that limits my gratitude.
All this stuff that limits my gratitude.
All this stuff that gets in the way.
All this stuff that gets in the way.
It might be things going on in my own life.
It might be things going on in my own life.
It might be stuff going on in my body.
It might be stuff going on in my body.
It might be stuff going on in my family.
It might be stuff going on in my family.
It might be stuff going on somewhere else in the world.
It might be stuff going on somewhere else in the world.
And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world.
And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world.
And there might be parts of me that say,
And there might be parts of me that say,
how can I feel gratitude at a time like this?
how can I feel gratitude at a time like this?
I am feeling a lack of gratitude.
I'm feeling a lack of gratitude.
There's a lot of things going on
There's a lot of things going on
that I'm very ungrateful for.
that I'm very ungrateful for.
And I love and appreciate myself
And I love and appreciate myself
for feeling exactly what I feel, for feeling exactly what I feel.
for feeling exactly what I feel.
And I'm processing that.
And I'm processing that.
Not because I shouldn't feel these things.
Not because I shouldn't feel these things.
Not because it's wrong or bad to feel these things.
Not because it's wrong or bad to feel these things.
I'm allowing myself to process these feelings.
I'm allowing myself to process these feelings.
To see if there's some message.
To see if there's some message
About something that I need to be doing.
about something that I need to be doing.
Something that I can be doing.
Something that I can be doing.
To try to improve some situation.
To try to improve some situation.
And I'm clearing whatever resistance I might have.
And I'm clearing some resistance that I have
That might stop me from taking action.
that might stop me from taking action.
Sometimes I'm aware of things I could do.
Sometimes I'm aware of things I could do
And I don't do them.
and I don't do them.
So I stay stuck in the frustration.
So I stay stuck in the frustration.
I stay stuck in the pain.
I stay stuck in the pain.
Not because I'm bad or stupid.
Not because I'm bad or stupid.
Not because I'm weak or lazy.
Not because I'm weak or lazy.
But because I have some resistance.
But because I have some resistance.
And I'm processing that resistance.
And I'm processing that resistance.
Clearing what stops me.
Clearing what stops me.
Clearing the fear of taking action.
Clearing the fear of taking action.
So that I have greater freedom.
So that I have greater freedom.
To do whatever I can do.
To do whatever I can do.
To solve problems.
To solve problems.
To fix situations.
To fix situations.
And I'm giving myself permission.
And I'm giving myself permission.
To also feel peace.
To also feel peace.
Even in the midst of chaos.
Even in the midst of chaos.
There's still the possibility.
There's still the possibility.
That I could feel more peace.
That I could feel more peace.
And even with all the difficulties.
And even with all the difficulties.
There's still the possibility.
There's still the possibility.
That I could allow myself to feel some gratitude.
That I could allow myself to feel some gratitude.
Something that I can be grateful for.
Something that I can be grateful for.
I'm allowing myself permission
I'm allowing myself permission
to find some gratitude.
to find some gratitude.
I'm breathing right now.
I'm breathing right now.
Every time I inhale,
Every time I inhale,
the universe is still giving me oxygen.
the universe is still giving me oxygen.
I could be grateful for that.
I can be grateful for that.
It beats the alternative.
It beats the alternative.
And maybe there are some other things.
And maybe there are some other things.
My heart is still beating.
My heart is still beating,
Sending that oxygen through my body.
sending that oxygen through my body.
Maybe not as well as I'd like it to.
Maybe not as well as I'd like it to.
My body may not be functioning perfectly.
My body may not be functioning perfectly,
but it's functioning enough.
but it's functioning enough.
It's doing some things right.
It's doing some things right.
And I'm allowing myself to be grateful for those things.
And I'm allowing myself to be grateful for those things.
I'm giving myself permission.
I'm giving myself permission
to find things to be grateful for.
To find things to be grateful for.
Not because I should.
Not because I should.
Not because it's an obligation.
Not because it's an obligation.
But because it feels good.
But because it feels good.
And I'm worthy and deserving of that.
And I'm worthy and deserving of that.
It's okay for me to feel good.
It's okay for me to feel good.
It's good for me to feel good.
It's good for me to feel good.
And I might have some resistance to that.
And I might have some resistance to that.
I might be looking at what other people are going through.
I might be looking at what other people are going through.
And saying, how dare I feel grateful?
And saying, how dare I feel grateful?
How dare I count my blessings?
How dare I count my blessings?
When other people are struggling.
When other people are struggling.
And I love and appreciate that part of me.
And I love and appreciate that part of me.
That is so caring and compassionate.
That is so caring and compassionate.
I'm also allowing myself to know.
I'm also allowing myself to know.
I cannot feel bad enough.
I cannot feel bad enough.
To improve anybody else's situation.
To improve anyone else's situation.
I can feel enough peace and love.
I can feel enough peace and love.
To send that.
To send that.
It does make a difference.
It does make a difference.
Everything is energy.
Everything is energy.
We are all connected.
We are all connected.
The more I allow myself.
The more I allow myself.
To feel peace and gratitude.
To feel peace and gratitude.
The more I spread that around the world.
The more I spread that around the world.
I'm giving myself permission to do that.
I'm giving myself permission to do that.
I'm honoring all the feelings that I have.
I'm honoring all the feelings I have.
I'm just allowing gratitude to be one of them.
I'm just allowing gratitude to be one of them.
And if I can allow that to grow.
And if I can allow that to grow.
That's good for everybody.
That's good for everybody.
Allowing myself to feel more grateful.
Allowing myself to feel more grateful.
In body, mind, and spirit.
In body, mind, and spirit.
Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Go inside. Just notice what's going on in there. Just allow yourself to be aware of what you're feeling. And feel free to share it in the chat. Try to catch up with how many comments we can. And go ahead, throughout this hour, feel free, even when we're not doing formal tapping rounds, feel free to either be tapping collarbone or tapping different points. There's so many benefits that we find from tapping that, we might as well take advantage of this opportunity. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this time to do some clearing of whatever stress might be there. And, and it creates that opening to allow yourself to be aware of the community that we have right in this moment, because we can sit there and say, I'm sitting here all alone. And that's a perception. And being able to tap through that and recognize, okay, everything is energy. I'm connected to all of these people, and I'm allowing myself to feel this connection. We've all come together energetically right now. And
so there's one, I want to comment on a couple of things. Someone mentioned that they're alone and they're not with family. And I want to tell you, We're going through that a little bit too. Clearly, we're here together. But our two children, who we love and adore, are not with us.
Our son's in Michigan and our daughter's in Ireland.
And our son's with family and chosen family outside, other friends who have become family. And our daughter's with people who she's working and living in Dublin, Ireland. So she's with people there. But it's the first time not being with family for her. And it's tough. And I know that for some of you, you might not be with family or friends, and it might feel.
But you are right now.
Yes, you are. Right
at least for this hour, we are family.
So, and then somebody asked, "Is it normal if I don't feel anything while tapping?" Sometimes that clearing happens after. It's a process. It's you're tapping, but in the moment, you might be more focused on trying to get the words correct. And I would say, be gentle with yourself if you don't get all the words right. In this next tapping
I often don't get the words right. So
in this next tapping round, I won't repeat. So that might be distracting some of you. So we'll try it another way. So, I know for me, sometimes I don't feel the effects right away, but they are cumulative, and I feel them as time moves on. So there's a lot of different ways.
And so many of the benefits of tapping are very subtle. It's like people will tap and go, "I didn't feel anything, so there's no benefit." And that's like taking a vitamin and saying, "Well, I didn't feel anything, so there's no benefit." There are things happening we may not be aware. Because I tap so much, I'm usually in a very good mood. And so often I'm tapping and I'm not aware of any shift. I have faith. I'm that there are benefits every time I'm tapping, even if it's just for a few moments. But so don't worry about it. It's not tapping only works if you're yawning like crazy and you're noticing, "Oh my goodness, my body is shifting." It's always beneficial. Let's see. Scan down.
Yeah, some healthy hearts out there. Very great. I'm so grateful, Chance. That's awesome.
Now, some of you may have been able to join me with my friend Grania in Dublin yesterday. We did some tapping on being heart-centered.
Sometimes Brad uses the other EFT points, not often on these calls because he just tries to keep it pretty simple and straightforward. But there's some other great points.
In private sessions and online group sessions, I'll use the under the breast point. On very rare occasions, I might use I use the finger points on myself. If we're having a heated conversation, I'll be tapping on my fingertips where she can't see.
Oh, but I always see. I know. And I will say this, the 9 gamut point, that is something that is great with kids because it's something they can do pretty discreetly. And so I've taught kids in schools to use that. And that is just a really great way for them to calm their system when they're really elevated. So there's lots of great uses of all of this.
How long before you feel the benefits of tapping? It varies. Some people will do some tapping just for a few moments, and it's like, you feel, and it depends on what benefits you're looking for. So if you go to if you have $25 in your bank account and you go and you watch my tapping for $1 million video, don't expect that you're going to tap one time through it and check your online bank account and there's $1 million. It can happen. Miracles happen, but we don't want to put pressure on ourselves and go, "Well, that didn't work." Doing 3 sit-ups and going, "I don't have a rock hard 6-pack."
So there's a couple things. One, somebody asked, what's the 9 gamut point? Those are just some points on the hand. It's another aspect of EFT. If you go to Brad's website, you could probably find there.
It's listed on there. I also have, if you go into YouTube and you put in Brad Yates 9 gamut, I have a video. It's as you go through the points under the arm, and then you tap on the back of your hand, where you tap through all the fingers, points, and then the back of the hand, and you roll your eyes. And some people find this looks strange enough, and then you say, "Roll your eyes and hum happy birthday." And then they go, now you're just making fun of me.
But it's
and we
actually
often find
really, yeah, it's actually really, and somebody else said, what if I don't really know what causes my discomfort or anxiety? So and Brad, you'll chime in if I'm not correct on this. But it's like, that's the cat box, I think. Oh no, it's something else. Anyway, don't worry about it. These sounds are just to make it really ambient. Okay. So it's like peeling an onion, right? So you may start thinking it's, oh, I'm anxious, and it just feels like general anxiety. And as you tap, one round through, second round through, you might start it might become apparent. But I love Brad's analogy about vitamins. We might take vitamins or supplements, and we won't see a change right away, but
we may never really
time,
notice the change. The doctor, the lab results may over time say, oh, there's something different you're doing.
When we change our food intake and we're starting to eat cleaner, the next day we're not like, oh yeah, really everything's changed. In fact, we may even have some responses to changing our diet that causes discomfort, like a headache, or we feel uncomfortable, but that's our body letting go of some toxins over time. And I think it's the same with any kind of energy work. So what's happening, you might not feel it right away, but as you do this as a routine, and try to tap when you're feeling anxious or discomfort, it becomes more apparent over time. You get closer to that. So it is like peeling an onion. Wouldn't you say that's correct?
I would. You were so right. You were so smart. And to me, I mean, I'm on a mission to get tapping to be as routine as brushing your teeth. I believe it should be done every day. And just like brushing your teeth, most of us do it, 2, maybe 3 times a day, and as needed. So if, we're about to go and see some people and we've just eaten some Oreo cookies and we've got this black stuff in our teeth, we don't go, yeah, well, but I already brushed my teeth this morning, and I'm going to brush it tonight, so I'm not going to brush my teeth now. It's like we brush our teeth then before we go and see people. So the same with tapping. If you, tap, find regular times to tap, and then when there are times that you feel some distress, and we don't often know what it is, and that's why, I always say, with your eyes closed, notice what thoughts and ideas come up, but also just notice where you feel in your body. So let's do this again. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. And just following your breath through your body. Just allow yourself to be aware of anything that doesn't feel like gratitude, that doesn't feel like peace, that doesn't feel like love. And again, don't judge it. Just allow yourself to be aware and say, oh, isn't that interesting that there's something there that feels uncomfortable, it feels unwanted. And don't worry about figuring out what, allow yourself to be aware of any thoughts, beliefs, or memories about it, where it might seem to come from. But don't worry about that. Just allow yourself to be aware of that. If you can rate it on a scale of 0 to 10, just to get an idea of how intense it might be, that's fine. And don't worry about that either. The key is, don't worry about it. Go ahead and open your eyes. Even though I might be feeling some discomfort, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I might be feeling some discomfort, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I might be feeling some discomfort, it may be physical discomfort, it might be emotional discomfort. Something feels less than perfect. And I'm just allowing myself to be aware of that. And even though I might be feeling some discomfort, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might be involved in that. Because I choose to be that free. all this discomfort, all this discomfort, all this fear that I might be feeling, all this stuff that might be going on inside that feels less than perfect. This stuff that doesn't feel like gratitude. This stuff that doesn't feel like peace. The stuff that doesn't feel like love. It's not wrong or bad that I'm feeling that. Clearing any judgment about feeling discomfort. Just allowing myself to be aware of it. Giving myself permission to process it, to move through it. I honor whatever feelings I might have. Doesn't mean I want to hang on to them if they're uncomfortable. I have a right to want to move through it. And I'm allowing myself to see what might slow that down. There might be some part of me that thinks I need this discomfort. Maybe to make me aware of something, to get me to pay attention, to remind me of things that need to be handled. So I'm allowing myself to see what I need to see. Allowing myself to move forward if I can. Some of this discomfort might be like a smoke detector. And it's an alarm going off. But once I notice what I need to address, I don't need the alarm to keep going off. I'm allowing myself to do what I can do. And I'm giving myself permission to feel as much peace as possible. Even if some of the discomfort remains. Allowing myself that possibility. All this possible discomfort. And some of this discomfort might be about being alone. I'm giving myself permission to feel decidedly not alone right now. Allowing myself to feel this connection to all of these people who have gathered at the same time. It's a big Thanksgiving feast. And we are stuffing our souls, clearing all the arguments against feeling good about that. Oh, you can't really feel connected. But why not? According to quantum physics, we are absolutely connected. Allowing myself to feel that connection. Allowing myself to process whatever discomfort might be there. And even in the midst of any remaining discomfort, still giving myself permission to notice things I can feel grateful for. Processing this. Some of the discomfort I might be feeling might be about money. And I'm allowing myself to process that too. Whatever I might be feeling discomfort, whatever I might be feeling uncomfortable about, I'm allowing myself to lower my stress, allowing myself to breathe more easily. Because the more I relax, the more clearly I can think, the more easily I can find solutions. Giving myself permission to feel more peace, more gratitude, more love, more connection, more of whatever I might want to feel. Now let's stay on each point a little bit longer here. So eyebrow point. I'm now releasing all of the sadness and trauma in all of the roots and the deepest cause of all of this discomfort. Side of the eye. I'm now releasing all of the anger and resentment in all of the roots and the deepest cause of all of this discomfort. I'm now releasing all of the fears and doubts in all of the roots and the deepest cause of any discomfort I might be feeling. Under the nose, I'm now releasing all of the embarrassment and humiliation in all of the roots and the deepest cause of any discomfort. Under the mouth, I'm now releasing all of the shame and guilt in all of the roots and the deepest cause of any discomfort I might be feeling. I'm now releasing any remaining fears in any of the roots and the deepest cause of any discomfort I might be feeling. The arm, I'm now releasing all the low self-esteem in all of the roots and the deepest cause of any discomfort I might be feeling. Allowing myself to process that discomfort. Allowing myself to be aware of any beliefs that I should feel discomfort, that I should feel anger. So I may have all kinds of reasons to feel anger or any other uncomfortable feeling. And I'm allowing myself to process that. Allowing myself to get more clear about the ultimate outcomes that I want, the peace that I want to see in my life, the peace that I want to see in the world. And I choose to cultivate that peace. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. I'm clearing what isn't the light. I'm clearing what isn't love, so that I can spread more light and love, so that I can experience more light and love. It's good for me and it's good for others. And I recognize it's not always easy. But I have a greater capacity for light and love than I may be aware of. And I am literally tapping into that in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside, and just see what's going on in there. Hopefully that's feeling better. And check in the comments and let me know what's going on in there.
The thing about feelings too is that we are not our feelings. So when we say things like, I am angry, it's that we feel anger, and those feelings will be with us like a house guest that comes to visit, and then they'll leave. Those feelings will move. There's a beautiful poem by Rumi, and I think it's called The House Guest or something like that. I'll try and find it. It's beautiful, and it talks about that sometimes what we think of as difficult feelings come to us maybe to make us aware of something. They don't come to harm us. They are feelings, and they will move. We will feel other feelings eventually. And that's the art of knowing, this is a feeling and it's not the core of who I am. Like, I am not anger. I am not depression. I am not sadness.
Something I'm experiencing is not who I am.
And
be careful how you use the words I am.
And
it's very powerful.
Right. And we want to say I am happy. But again, we feel happiness and we can feel all the feelings, and they're beautiful, even if they might feel uncomfortable, and they might be something we're trying to, what you laughing at me or?
No, I just reading through the comments. Do you get more mindful of the physical sensations of tapping as time goes on? Possibly. Again, if you tap a lot, then sometimes we notice it much bigger. Someone said, the more I tap, the less I notice the difference. And I said, well, it's like if you go camping for 5 days and then you take a shower, you're going to notice a big difference when you step out and you're like, oh, I feel so clean. The next day's shower is going to be kind of anticlimactic. So because the difference between them is not as great. So it'll change, but there will also be times. I mean, there are times where I tap where I definitely feel a huge shift, and I'm very aware of it.
So someone saying they released with some tears. Tears are wonderful release, and we should embrace that when that happens. Someone else asked, is it okay if you're not speaking out loud? Absolutely, whatever works for you. I like this last round I didn't repeat, but in my head I was repeating and I was following along, but it's okay. It's really,
in general, I will say, and I get this question a lot, I will tell folks, if you can say it out loud, that's great, because when we're speaking out loud, we tend to be more emotionally engaged. And the more emotionally engaged we are, the more effective the tapping can be. However, tapping is not dependent upon that. You can tap silently without even thinking about anything, and you're still going to be getting stress relief benefits. You're still going to be down-regulating your nervous system. So there's always positive benefits to it. when possible, try speaking out loud and notice if you feel a difference. Just like folks often ask for non-English speakers, should I translate into my native language? Some people find it very beneficial to use the language of their youth to get more emotionally engaged, but not necessarily everyone. You know, there's so many things about how to tap, and people often say, well, you always have to do it this way. And it's like, we're all different.
It's a pretty forgiving technique. I will say this too. I went through the ASAP, Association of
Christy's a certified
Comprehensive Energy Psychology, and in there, much more clinically based. And one of the things was doing the scaling, where you say, you know, what you're feeling, what your discomfort is, and you scale it on a 1 to 10 kind of scale. And maybe you come up with 7 and you want to get it down to a 1. You might just be, but you know what that 7's about. It's about an episode, a feeling, something that happened. You might just be tapping and saying this 7, this 7, this 7. But when you're tapping, you're knowing what it is that that intensity is about. So there are different ways to do this, and I love how Brad does it for sure. And so, but these are great questions, so it's good.
Sometimes it's challenging to access my emotions. Yeah, we are often tuned out to what's going on in there, you know, but if we tap, we'll become more aware. You know, so just. But don't worry about, am I feeling it or not? Just, and again, continue with the tapping. How much do you tap? Like, how much do I tap? So I tap first thing in the morning. And again, not because I wake up in a bad mood, it's like, even though I'm in a grumpy mood again. No, I may tap while saying prayers or while saying affirmations. Because I just want to be as clear as possible to set myself up to have as good a day as possible. Now, because I do this as a profession, I may tap for hours. You know, when my events coming up in Galway and Amsterdam the next couple of weeks. You know, we'll be tapping for 6 hours. And some people feel exhausted by that. Some people feel energized. And it depends on the person. We respond differently. So let's see.
So you switched from right to left. I think there have actually been studies on that, and there isn't it's if you just do one side, that's perfectly fine.
The meridians run up and down both sides of the body. So
usually when I tap, I do bilateral, but because I'm here, I don't have that. It's in my way. I have
in so many ways.
One side. But
that's all she's ever tapping on. I'd come into her room and she's, even though Brad's in my way.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Getting stuck, trying to yeah, it's with your trying to transition into social media with your art. It's beautiful.
The meridian's connected to the nervous system. Everything's connected. Yeah, we're all, you know, and we're still finding out ways. It's like been used in the acupuncture system that's been used for thousands of years, but there's studies about the premovascular system that are coming out showing physical evidence of the meridians. Can we do a meditation like yesterday? Yes, we will. We will do that.
I'm gonna go tell our guests what's going on.
Oh, yes. There's folks coming in the house. Tap each other's faces. I have at times, there have been times where I've been doing a class where someone was unable to tap, and so I did the tapping on them. All right. Well, let's do this was saying affirmations. We'll do an affirmation tapping round, and then we'll close out with some guided imagery, because that's how I like to do it. Sometimes tapping makes me feel worse, stirring up emotions. Yeah. So the analogy, the analogy. Can you tap too much? Not that I know of. To me, but tapping is to set us free to live our lives. So if you're tapping all day and never living your life, then that would be too much. Um, real.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I was answering a question up there, and I got distracted. Oh, about the feeling worse when you're tapping. So it's like if you have company coming over, and you think, my house is pretty clean, but I really want to impress these people. So, I'm looking at my house, and on a scale of 0 to 10, how dirty is it? Oh, it's only 1 or 2, but I want it to be perfect. So I start cleaning up, and I notice, oh my goodness, there's dirt swept under the rug, and there's dirty laundry under the sofa. Now, how dirty is my house? Now it's like a 4 or a 5, maybe more. And I'm thinking, oh, I shouldn't have gone cleaning up. My house was was only dirty at a 1 or a 2 before looking. So it's not cleaning up that made the house dirtier. It's that we're finding it. So in the process of tapping, the tapping isn't making us feel worse. It's just that in the process of tapping, we're looking at and we're finding the stuff that was there, but we're in the process of cleaning it up. But if we,
right. I mean, it's like what I said about, if you're changing your diet from, maybe you're eating a diet that's, processed food and tons of alcohol and sugar, and then you go off of that, you're not going to feel good right away. In fact, you might feel kind of junky, for a while. And but once those toxins are out of your body, and I know that later today I'll be putting those in, but I'm just saying, once those toxins are out of your body, you start to feel better. But it takes a process of cleansing to do that. And EFT is cleansing that emotional stuff.
And if you're tapping so much you're getting tired, you practice good self-care. If it's like, if I feel done, then stop. Don't push yourself.
Yeah.
Don't push yourself.
And just be aware.
Can you write the affirmations in the chat box? I do not type fast enough. I'm better at tapping than typing. So I don't know if the closed caption will translate. Sorry about that. But so I while you were handling business, I'm going to do a quick tapping round of affirmation, quick positive round, and then we'll close out with a guided imagery.
Excellent.
So, I choose to feel awesome. And I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to feel really good. And I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to feel really grateful. Not because I should, but because it feels so good. And I choose to know that I deserve to feel really good. And since everything's connected, allowing myself to feel really good improves the likelihood of others feeling good. So my feeling good is a win-win situation. I choose to feel really good. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe everybody. Because wouldn't that be amazing? I choose to feel really good. I choose to feel as good as possible. I choose to feel grateful. Not because I should. Not out of a sense of obligation. But as a gift to myself. Gratitude is a gift I'm giving myself. And then I can spread it. So I'm clearing what might get in the way. Questioning all these reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't feel more peace. Why I couldn't or shouldn't feel more gratitude. Why I couldn't or shouldn't feel more love. honoring whatever other feelings I might have, but also allowing peace and love and gratitude. And if I can allow myself to enhance those, I'm good with that. Giving myself permission to feel as good as possible, and allowing that to get better and better. If possible, I'm allowing myself to feel awesome, because I'm awesome. And I'm clearing any resistance that might have come up when I said that. Any old stories I might have about why I couldn't or shouldn't say that I'm awesome. About why I couldn't or shouldn't acknowledge my awesomeness. I'm a reflection of the awesomeness of Source. Just like the sun and the mountains and the ocean. All these things that I might say are awesome. I'm part of that same creation. I'm clearing my doubts about that. Allowing myself to really acknowledge my awesomeness. Because then I'm more likely to share it with the world. And the world can use all the awesomeness it can get. And there's so much untapped potential. I'm acknowledging my awesomeness. And I'm sharing it with the world. And I choose to feel really good about that. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Go inside. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Third deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down, crystal clear water that's at perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love. Allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. The healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing. And allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose, allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards. 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Remembering that each and every time you hear me say the words deep sleep, with your permission and only with your permission, you allow yourself to return to this depth or even deeper, 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 quickly, soundly, deeply. And the physical body relaxes, and with that relaxation comes a wonderful sense of calm well-being of body and mind. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Wherever you might choose, some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. You might be in the woods, you might be in a garden, you might be at the ocean, down at the beach, looking out over the water. You might be looking up at a beautiful blue sky or a nighttime sky filled with millions of stars. Whatever you might choose. You might choose to be in an art gallery filled with masterpieces. Just allowing yourself to be someplace where you feel that awareness of the awesomeness of creation. Allow yourself to be aware of the feeling of gratitude. Allowing yourself to feel that gratitude for whatever wonderful things you can imagine right now and whatever wonderful things you've experienced in your life. Allow yourself to notice the gratitude for things that you may have taken for granted. Like right now, in the moment, with each inhale, you're breathing in oxygen, and the universe is saying, yes, here, have some oxygen, and allowing yourself to bypass any old conditioning to take that for granted and really allowing yourself to feel grateful for that. Not because you should, but because gratitude is an awesome feeling that you deserve. And then you can share that. Giving yourself permission to experience that gratitude to whatever extent you can and share that with others. And thinking of others who might be struggling and allowing yourself to know that you can send them love and peace and gratitude and positive energy right now. It is measurable. It does make a difference. And sometimes that's all we can do. So in this moment and anytime, if there's nothing else that you might be able to do, allowing yourself to cultivate as much positive energy as you can and send that. Giving yourself permission to experience love and peace and joy and gratitude and sending that positive energy. And also allowing yourself to enjoy it yourself even more as we go even deeper now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before. Giving yourself permission to experience more gratitude, more love, more joy, and sharing those. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into that ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. And now I go back down to zero, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all of these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well-being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake, and welcome back. And thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. And happy Thanksgiving. And I hope you and all those you care about and love are safe and healthy, and really sending out that peace to all of you.
Yeah. And treat yourself with a lot of love today. When you're having Thanksgiving dinner, practice self-care.
You know, taking care of yourself means you are so much more able to take care of anybody else.
Yes.
So
Put the oxygen mask on your own face first.
it's never selfish. So really, that's where you can indulge, is in your self-care.
Yeah, I don't think of it as giving up. I appreciate your comment, Suzanne, but to me, this isn't giving up time. This is
Oh, no, this is
so
great.
this
We get a lot out of this.
this
This is
makes
the whole thing.
the day
When
even
you
better.
give, you receive so much more. So this has been
Being able to spend time with you guys today, I am so grateful for you taking time to come together as friends, as family, and share this connection and cultivate peace. You know, we're saying cultivate peace, so that you're helping me do that. So feeling very grateful to all of you.
Yeah, absolutely co-created. So thanks so much for everybody sending out this energy. Love it, love it, love it.
Have an awesome Thanksgiving, whether it's a holiday for you or not. And I look forward to tapping with you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Take care, buddy.